What a week it's been. UKIP members have been at it again with one of their lot saying Lenny Henry should go back to a black country. Unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, there's been no response from Lenny, so either he didn't want to dignify it or the Premier Inn's Wi-Fi is down. Again. Another UKIP support even blamed the recent storms on gays. As if we would do something that would cause frizz. Really? We're against frizz. We hate frizz. I sometimes think UKIP only say these things to draw attention away from the real story, yeah. That Nigel Farage looks like a pepperami in a camel coat on day release from Ford Prison, doesn't he? All the papers have been claiming George Clooney's got engaged. As if you lot had a chance. Look at you. The news affected me greatly, honestly. It means I now move up to number 2,687,423 on the most eligible bachelor in the world list. Every little helps, doesn't it? I'm slowly getting there. I regret getting that Alan Hart-George tattoo now. Yeah. Though I guess I could always add from Asda at the end of it. No. Apparently his fiancée's a lawyer and he's into her because of her passion for human rights. Yeah? Well, I don't remember her on the march to Weatherfield to demand the release of Deirdre Rashid, you? No. And finally, ITV launched its new breakfast show with Susanna Reid. Did you watch it? Yeah. Awkward. No, you should have... All the male viewers were moaning that because she was behind a desk, you couldn't see her flash her knickers like she did on BBC. I think... Perverts! What do they want? Here comes the headlines written on ping-pong balls. What do you want? What do you want? What a lineup we have for you tonight. I'll be chewing the fat with the master of molecular gastronomy who's got more Michelin stars than Nigella's had mashups. Yes, Heston Blumenthal's in the house. Yes. Tis the vision in vintage with Pharrell in her phone book and the musical world at her feet. That's right, the amazing Paloma Faith will be chatting and performing later. And I'll be joined by the brains behind Britain's best sketch show, who are so hot right now, they give me third-degree burns. Yes, the stars of Channel 4's brilliant Cardinal Burns will be here. But first, when my nan caught me smoking her HRT pills, she told me... True story. She told me I needed to speak to Frank. Well, what my nan says, Alan does. So here to provide the laughter therapy, give it up for the brilliantly funny Frank Skinner! Take a seat.
Thank you.
Now, what can I get you to drink? Look, I heard you're back on the wine again. Should I be worried?
Well, I'm started drinking non-alcoholic wine. That's my new thing. And it says on the bottle, non-alcoholic wine, all the alcohol taken out, flavour without alcohol. And on the bottom it says, contains 0.05% alcohol. And so for a recovering alcoholic, it's like I'm panning for gold.
Yeah.
It's in there, so every now and again you get a nice little alcoholic bit, like a peppercorn in a pizza.
Oh, really? Does your body like it, or does it reject it? Does that go...
No, it really wants it, desperately.
No, we're not having it on this show.
No. You've definitely got the non-alcoholic there, haven't you?
Yeah, look, alcohol-free wine. Even I can see that, look.
Oh, yes, you
I don't wear these for a laugh, you know.
You've got the jacket.
Oh.
Come on.
I got this from Homebase. It was only a small flower and it's just sort of creeped up. I'm wearing a triffid.
It's really started my hay fever off, I must say, but it's all...
Stop it!
It's lovely.
Come on here. Can you imagine how vicious you'd be if you had a drink?
I have to be careful. I was once given a scorpion in vodka on the One Show, and they never warned me. I thought, what a fabulous way to get back on the beer. Imagine seeing me in 5 years' time on Waste Ground saying, it was the One Show.
It's so random, the One Show, though, isn't it?
It's completely.
They ring you up and then they were saying, oh, can you talk to it? Have you ever been in an avalanche? That was the first question. I thought, what? And then, have you ever, like, had a bird of prey on you? I was like, no. I felt like I was being really, like... I felt like I hadn't lived. I mean, you had your chat show, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Many years ago. You probably did it in history, did you? I did, yeah.
No! Because you were an alcoholic, yeah?
Yes.
Could you tell when the guests were off their face?
Very much no. I interviewed Tara Palmer Tompkinson once.
Yeah, I remember.
And she was apparently completely out of it. I thought she was just posh. You know, there's a level of poshness which is, well, it's smile, I've got. It could be on anything. But usually it's just private education. Do you think she's at home watching this saying, oh, God, there's my original nose?
Because doing a chat show, you get loads of good gossip.
Yes.
Why haven't you written a book dishing all the dirt?
Well, I've forgotten most of it, I think. I just don't think you can survive if you do that. I mean, there's things I remember, like funny stuff, but also sad stuff. There was a celebrity who I can't name who wasn't quite as famous as she had been. And we had a letter from her agent that said, just to let you know, she is available for chat shows. And it said at the end in block capitals, we'll do last minute and drive herself.
Oh, no.
I couldn't reveal the name of that woman.
No.
Well, after, obviously, but not anyway. Have you had any criers on? Has anyone ever cried?
Oh, poor Talisa was crying.
OK.
A little bit. I know a Riche from JLS, because they were splitting up.
Yeah, we had
we had them on every week. I'd seen them grow as they were...
I had Mylene Class on, and she cried. I mean, it's like the Piers Morgan thing. You want to cry now and again.
Yeah, but...
Tears Morgan, I call it. And she started talking about the way fat people hated her, and she started crying.
Well, I get nervous when people start crying, because I hate any of that public display thing, so I just start giggling. I was like, when's your album out again?
I found myself sitting there thinking, this is great for the show.
Oh, you are? That's harsh.
I know, but you do. Like Tara Palmer Tompkinson, her personal meltdown, you know, put about 1 million on the show the next week. Oh. So I'm eternally grateful for that.
Yeah. You did your chat show for 10 years. Was you worried that people were forgetting that actually you were a stand-up?
I think that can happen, because I'm on tour at the moment, and I told... Some woman came round the house to look at my blinds. And,
oh, save that for your book.
OK. she said, can I...
I think I'm going to cry. I'm joking.
I know. The thing is, I know how bad an anecdote this is. It doesn't improve.
You don't know.
No, she said to me, I said, I'm on tour at the moment, so I might not be around. She said, oh, do you just go around sort of sitting in a chair and talking? So she had no idea that I did stand-up at all. So, there are people who've seen me live who are still not totally sure.
Here, you're on tour at the moment with your new show, Man in a Suit. Now, the title's about, basically, one of the benefits of being on telly. Free clothes.
Indeed.
Yes. I got this free. Chatty. How many suits have you got?
Probably about 80, I would say. I'm saving up for a man-sized centipede.
Yeah.
I'm building. But also, the tie is a new thing with me as well. And I did... apparently, people wear a tie, originally, to show that they didn't work operating heavy machinery. That's the idea, because if you were operating heavy machinery, you wouldn't want something hanging down.
You're joking?
Yeah.
Because you know what? I saw a programme. Did you know this? In Elizabethan times, the tie, did you know that pointed down to the codpiece to show how big the codpiece was? Yeah. So when they say, oh, come to this event, wear a tie, basically it's saying how big's your knob.
It is that. It's like an arrow, isn't it?
It is.
Pointing.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm finding it very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And let's not forget my fabulous horse.
I mean, your act has always had a bit of blue in it, yeah?
Yes.
Now, is there a cut-off point for, like, sexual jokes?
I think so. I don't think you want a man of my age talking about, you know, being currently active. I think I can speak...
If you put it as hornily as that. Currently active.
But I
sound like a volcano.
Yeah, but dormant, I'm afraid. Yes, there's no danger of me raining down lava. I can trust me on that. See, I don't like it. It's as simple as that. Just demonstrating the point. Well, you know, they say that young men think of sex every 40 seconds or something.
Oh.
I'd say now it's between 2 weeks and a month. No, really, I think of dime bars more than I think of sex. So that's why.
You always talk about personal stuff on stage. Why don't you mention your boy, your baby?
Well, I used to see comedians doing stuff about their kids, and I was never very sure about it. And most of it is, oh, the funny things they say, and my kid said this, and my kid says that. And I don't want my son to grow up and look back on me as someone who stole his material. And he's only just started speaking, so there isn't any much in the funny things they say routines.
And you're living in London, aren't you? You're bringing him up as a Londoner, or are you going to try and get him, like, to be a Brummie?
Well, it's a bit...
Oh, you can't make someone, can you? You've got to be from there, haven't you?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, it's a bit difficult with the football thing and that, because if geographically he should be an Arsenal fan. Yeah, so I'm hoping he's just not into football at all. I think that would be a better alternative. I don't want those brooding silences at home when things have gone wrong, you know.
I mean, this time of the year, it's squeaky bum time, isn't it, for football fans? I mean, how worried are you about West Brom going down?
I think we've got... It's been a difficult season, and you have to be optimistic about stuff. Because there is... Where I come from, there's a general sort of hang-dog. People, like, are very good at moaning and stuff.
Yeah.
I once went to a game where we'd lost 2-0 and been completely hammered. And as we were leaving, it announced on the tannoy, it said, Mr. blah, 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 your wife has just given birth to a baby boy in Sandwell District Hospital. Lovely announcement. And this old guy said to me, the poor bugger, he said, he's had to sit through this rubbish, now he's got to go home and make his own tea. So there's a sort of a general down view, but it's going to be all right, I think.
Well, how are they going to do against Arsenal this weekend? Because Arsenal are in form. Do you reckon they'll take a point at the Emirates?
Well, I'm not even speaking to my 2-year-old this weekend, so you can...
Because Graham Dorran is in the form of his life, but I think he'll struggle against a fit again Ramsey and a rejuvenated Mesut Ozil. Don't you?
Yes!
I mean... Did the board hit the panic button too early when they sacked Steve Clarke? What do you reckon? To be fair to Clarkey, he was the one who signed Morgan Amalfitano.
Yes.
He's got pace to burn, and if you've got pace, you can hurt anyone. I don't think anyone was convinced.
I feel I should start talking about fashion or something now.
I've got a soft spot for West Brom.
Yes, because you got family ties, haven't you?
Yeah, my granddad, Wilf, used to play for them.
Yes, he played for...
Yeah, I've got a picture of him here. Third from... There he is, Wilf.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
See, I don't know stuff like that about my family. Have you ever done...
Look at him there. He's handsome. You know, going round.
He's just took a hat off, hasn't he?
Oh, he's got the old,
He's got the line.
Yeah. The thing is, you know, whenever I show people pictures of my family, they expect them to be like, hello! Everyone is a bit decent. It's true. They're like, oh. Good luck with the tour, Frank. Thank you so much for coming on. Frank Skinner, everyone. What is brilliant. After the break, Paloma Faith, Heston Blumenthal and Cardinal Burns will be here. See you in part 2. Welcome back. Heston Blumenthal and Cardinal Burns will be here soon. First, though, a brilliant singer who, if George Michael had a chat show, would always be top of his wish list. That's right, you gotta have faith for faith to faith. Baby! Yes! It's the fantastic, the wonderful Paloma Faith! I feel like if I lift that up, there should be a toilet roll underneath.
I just thought I didn't have enough personality, so I might wear a big frock and then we can talk about that for the whole
Yeah, let's just
interview.
do that. Yeah.
What do you think?
So what is up there?
Nothing you'd be interested in.
Right, let's get some... What do you fancy?
What is
I've
there?
got Red Stag, I've got... What's that? Sake. Is that
Oh, yeah, I'll
sake?
have some of that.
Do you like sake?
I love
yes,
it.
sake. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
oh,
my favourite drink.
God. Because usually there's a load of shit in there and I can't even give it away.
This is posh.
Is it sake posh?
Yeah, it's very posh.
I have it every day, yeah.
It's imported from Japan.
Oh, here,
Thank you.
Well, don't have all of it then if it's expensive. I'm joking. I've got Paloma Faith on my show. You can have as much sake as you bloody want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love your jacket.
It's not... Well, Frank Skinner made out something about giving him hay fever.
I love that.
It's nice, isn't it?
Tropical.
Yeah. Do you know what? This is so weird. Last weekend, I got booked to do a stand-up routine at a corporate event in Oman. And guess who was doing the music? Paloma Faith. We were in Oman together for a mini break.
Yeah, we were.
No. When it hot, though, 40 degrees.
It was baking.
You woke up and I was like, oh, my God, what a lovely view. I can't actually breathe. It was like I had narcolepsy. Did you see how many times was I asleep? I was like... When it 40 degrees...
We did have all these plans of, like, hanging out and going out, but you were just like...
I know. It was exhausting.
You kept saying, we'll have a laugh. I didn't get the opportunity.
No, I was down on a sun lounger. I got my teeth caught between the slats. Did. And you're singing Only Love Can Hurt Like This, which you sang at the event.
Yes.
Now, is it true that Diane Warren wrote it? I mean, she's brilliant, isn't
She's
she?
amazing. If you don't know who she is, then you've got to Google her because she's written songs for, like, Tony Braxton, Cher, Whitney Houston...
Everyone.
Massive. Celine Dion. I was like, do you want me to tell you the story? That's what we do on chat shows.
Well, is it boring?
No, it's funny.
I will tell you...
But am I allowed to swear? Because she swears a lot.
Oh, you can say fuck on this and everything.
What about her favourite word was the C word.
Oh, no, it's not like that.
We're
no.
We're reclaiming it, girls.
Let's go on a march. No, well, don't
I won't use that word.
Oh, okay.
I'll just be...
Save tuppence.
Yeah. She called and she says, I've written this song to my management. They said to me, right, Diane Warren wants to meet you in LA. I was like, why does she want to meet me? How does she even know that I exist?
Oh,
anyway,
shut up, love.
turned up to the meeting And I was expecting this kind of person that I had to be on my best behaviour because she's like music royalty. And she's sitting there sort of like, and she's like, let's just substitute the worst word in the English language for tuppence, as you suggested. And she says, hey, tuppence. She's like, I wrote a song for you, you're going to sing it? I was like, well, I don't really sing songs written by other people, so probably not. I usually write my own. She's like, nobody says no to me. I'm Diane Warren. Do you know what I wrote? I've been this. This is what she's like. She's absolutely like my favourite person now. So I left it and I was like, it's really nice to meet you. Like, I'm honoured. You've written some amazing songs. Off I went. About 9 months passed. It's Boxing Day last Christmas. I get a phone call. Hey, tuppence. On Boxing Day. It's Diane. Have you thought about that song yet? I'm like, no, I haven't even heard the song. Am I going to agree to sing something? I'm like, she goes, OK, I'm going to play it to you. She hasn't got... She's not pitch perfect.
No. Well, she can't even talk in tune by the sound of it.
She plays it over the phone to me and she's singing it. Only love can hurt like this. Honestly, I melted. I know it doesn't sound that great with that voice, but I honestly thought to myself, you can call me what you want, babe. This is the best song I've ever heard.
It's a beautiful song,
so, as a thank you to her, I've bought her a necklace with her favourite word written on it.
Your album's called A Perfect Contradiction.
Yes.
Wagwan with the cover.
It's,
what is that?
I've been working out a bit and I just wanted to show it. It's based on a Caravaggio painting.
The Entombment of Christ?
Oh, and you know that reference?
Yes, I do.
Wonderful researchers on Chatty, man.
I love the counter-Reformation style that dominated Italian painting between the 1540s and the 1630s.
Shame!
Yes. That's the only C word I use, Caravaggio.
Yes, so...
Oh, look, so that's what you looked at that and you went, that would make a great album cover.
Yeah, I thought that's what I want.
I mean, everyone's saying you're going to break America with this album. How much of a toss do you give about breaking it? About breaking America? Because some people don't give a shit, do they? Go, oh, I'm happy here in Europe and Oman.
I don't know. I'm glad to hear it, if put it that way.
Yeah,
if people think... But I'm really lucky because I feel like I'm homegrown and everyone here from album one's really supported me and that's why I'm sat here now, so I'll never, like, move out there. I'm a proper Londoner.
Yeah. Now, things are going great at the moment, but your mum is still worried about your music career,
Oh, yeah,
isn't
my
she?
mum's very concerned.
Tell her what she said about if it all went tits up.
Well, she said that if this album doesn't do as well, that I should rent a room out in my house and get a lodger.
Well, that's how Elton met David Furlong.
But she also thinks I should do a PGCE and learn to be like a primary school teacher.
No
She's
way.
always like, you're so good with kids. It's a good backup.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she still thinks that it's, like, too much.
Yeah.
Does your mum do that to you?
My mum's always like, oh, she always worries it's all going to end and stuff. And
Even
then,
though you've got 12 series.
I know, and I rang up and I went, oh, Mum, I've won a BAFTA. She went, oh, don't do anything stupid.
That's what my mum says to me. She actually says when I come on these shows, oh, you and him together, it's going to be a catastrophe. You'll get into trouble, you'll say something offensive, and then all my friends will call me up and tell me about it. I'm not watching.
Can I ask you about the job that I've read about in the paper?
Yeah.
You on the panel of X Factor. Is there any truth in this? Can you confirm or deny these rumours?
People say things, Alan. Over a glass of sake.
Yeah.
I don't... Like,
Have you been approached? Have you been Have some more truth serum.
I've got to do the song later.
Oh, right, okay.
I've got to hit those high notes.
No, but it's nice for them to put your name forward for it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it has been put forward. It's all speculation. Do you know what?
Would you like to do it?
To be honest, I don't feel that confident. Who am I to say who's, like, a good singer? I've never had a singing lesson, and as I think everyone will vouch for, I think I've been learning as I go along. Like, listen to my voice first album, and now it's like I've learned how to sing.
Yeah.
You agree with me, so yeah. But, like, I don't feel that I'm confident enough to kind of go, oh, well, that trill could have been a bit better, because I can't do that.
But then think of all the free music advice you'd get from Louis Walsh. You can't put a price on that, Paloma.
I know, you're right. Maybe it would have been a great learning curve for me.
You never know. Now, listen, wait there. I've got to give you something. Where is it?
Props!
No, do you remember when you came round my house?
Oh, that's my pot.
Yes.
Thanks.
She made this lamb dish, yeah, and I was there. Do you remember with Adele? And you
I gave them all food poisoning. But to be honest, no, I want to redeem myself and say it in front of the great British public that I really like Alan, I really like Adele, and I didn't mean to do that, and I did buy the meat from a really good supermarket, which I won't name right now, but I'd love to sue, because I haven't heard from either of them since. In fact, this is the first time he's even spoken to me properly.
Yeah. You nearly killed Adele's dog at the shits. Very sausage dog, like... shat it out all over me rug.
What was she doing feeding lamb kebabs to the dog anyway?
Don't sidestep, love. Your shitty cooking that nearly killed everyone.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, well, I was going to say it was delicious. It wasn't. But you've got your pot back. Keep away from my kitchen. Okay? Good luck with the album, my love, and you're performing later for us. How fantastic would that be? After the break, Heston Blumenthal and Cardinal Burns will be here. I'll see you in part 3. Welcome back. Cardinal Burns will be here later and Paloma Faith will be performing. First, though, he's the chef who's famous for such dishes as snail porridge, meat, fruit and bacon and egg ice cream. The man's either a genius or 6 months pregnant. It's Heston Blumenthal! Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So good to have you back.
So good to be back.
Yeah.
What am I going to have?
Oh, well, all right. Chill out. Friendly chat. It's not an off licence, you know. It's a chat. Right, what do you want? Do you want a... Oh, I've never seen this before. Do you fancy that? A margarita?
Oh, just choose. You choose something.
That's that. It's got a little Mexican hat on.
OK.
Right, come on, then. Let's get some drinks down us. Hey, now, while I'm pouring it, can we talk about Gordon Ramsay's hair? Did you see him at Posh Spices for you?
No.
It looked like Elton John couldn't make it, and Gordon took his wig as a +1. I mean, look at it.
He's got more of it than me.
Yeah, but you've shaved yours, and yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you ever grow it out?
Yeah, but it looks like a carpet. My hair just does this. Actually, last year, I didn't cut my hair for about 3 weeks, and then some bald guy goes, "You got hair?" I went, "Yeah, I've got too much of it. That's why I shave it." So he said, "That's an insult to bald people."
Oh, wow. Cuss. That's
I thought so.
Now, this week, your restaurant dinner, cheers, love, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Was voted the best place to eat in the world. Fifth best place to eat in the world. And that... And to put that in perspective, number 4 was Chicken Cottage.
No, It was le chicken cottage.
Le poulet cottage. How much bragging goes on between you and the other chef? Do you ever go up to Gino de Campo and go, "Loser, where are you in the list?" Do you ever get like that? No. No. Come on, you're fifth. You must be like, come on.
Well, you wouldn't do that, would you? Any of these lists...
I would, fifth in the world. I'd have it tattooed on my face.
These lists are quite funny because they can be quite subjective.
Yeah.
And I mean the Fat Duck was like #1 and 2 for about 6 years.
Yeah.
And you kind of, well, I don't think you can have a best restaurant.
No. Now next year you're shutting down the Fat Duck and going to Australia.
Yes.
Ooh. I know.
Well, we've needed to redo the kitchen at the Duck for the last probably 10 years.
Yeah.
And the problem is you can't. It's a 6-month job, so you can't just say to the staff, "See you guys, come back 6 months' time." So the idea is we close as usual just before Christmas. Staff get their 3-week holiday. Then they come back in the new year. Instead of going to Bray, they all fly over to Australia, to Melbourne. And then...
It's all right for some, isn't it?
and then we're building Dinner by Heston Blumenthal.
Yeah.
We're building that, which is 120 seats, in Melbourne by the river, and then we're going to build a Fat Duck, which is 40 seats, inside. It's a bit like one of those, those Russian wooden dolls.
Oh, yeah, they come out, yeah.
And so, we'll do that again?
Oh, yeah, like that, yeah.
So...
It's like I've got one in my hand, isn't it? It's so precise.
And so then in February we open the Fat Duck in Melbourne,
Right,
and then August that finishes. Everyone flies back to Bray, and then we pull out the Fat Duck to leave behind Dinner by Heston, and then we leave a permanent restaurant there.
And is it true you're going up in space, aren't you? You're putting food in space.
Hopefully I'm going to go to NASA and have a few days training as an astronaut, because what's quite amazing is that all of the advancement in technology for space travel, quite incredible, but they still have to take cans of food up there.
But as part of the research, you sent a potato up into space, though, didn't you? Yeah. That's what he sent up to space. I saw that floating past George Clooney's window in Gravity.
So this little potato, we sent it up.
Yeah.
And we monitored it, sent pictures back to Earth. And bizarrely, I was...
Sent pictures back to Earth
from a GoPro. You want to see if anything's changing.
Well, how's it bloody changed?
Well, it just landed in a field in Essex and looked exactly the same as when it took off.
So did it change at all, this bloody potato?
Well, not well. On the face of it, no, it wasn't up there for long enough. But I got attached to it, so I couldn't cook it. I couldn't cook the potato.
You were so attached to the potato that had been up to space?
Yeah. Took it to Reading University, stuck it in the freeze dryer, and this cute little potato turned into something from a horror film.
Oh, look, it looks like you. It does look a bit like you, doesn't it?
Now you know how I felt. Just bless him. Look. That potato's been up to space.
But honestly, I'm not being funny, but it's a bit of a piss take, isn't it? When there's people queuing up for food banks and you're sticking a bloody potato up in the sky. Now, we've got to talk about the new series of Heston's Great British Food that started on Channel 4 this week. In the show, you look at the history of some of our favourite dishes. It's basically who do you think you are for pub grub, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good with describing it.
And next week you're doing curry.
In that show,
yeah,
I eat the hottest chilli in the world.
You don't. You've got it here with you now. You're not. No. No. No, you can send that up to bloody space for your potato. Because in one of the other shows, you're doing chocolate. Why didn't you bring a bloody curly whirly or something? I like them.
I've got some of them.
You've got me a curly...
I've got chocolate.
Where's my chocolate? I'm gagging for some. Don't slip that bloody chilli in there. Oh. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
So, hang on. I'm just gonna hide. So the first bit, one of the very early chocolate bars, the earliest chocolate bars, we found a recipe from which is Roundtree's, and it was called oxalate. You can guess what it is, kind of.
Not ox.
It was chocolate and meat extract.
In a chocolate bar?
Yeah, they just mixed it together and set it in the bar.
Oh, no.
So, we ended up making a mousse bar.
Like Mars, I see what you did. And that, what's that got in it, then?
So, we did put a lot of work into this. So it looks like a Mars bar. Then we break it open.
Oh, it's like a Mars bar inside.
So we've got chocolate, then a biscuit, nougat, caramel. But the nougat is with highly prized Japanese beef called Wagyu beef.
Oh, yeah.
The jelly is Guinness and Wagyu.
Shall I have a go? No. It's not. That's the thing. Lovely. What else you got?
Chocolate box.
How pretty is that?
It's all edible.
It ain't.
Yeah, that's all white chocolate. That's white chocolate. Here, bite it. Here, bite it. It's white chocolate.
This is the joke, and this is just cardboard. This one's
And then there's your little menu. So let's go the big purple one.
Yeah.
Do you know that's So before you eat that,
ain't not. That's just paper.
That's sugar paper.
I'm just eating paper. What's the point of that? That's nice, yeah. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for bringing all this chocolate in. Isn't it lovely? Good luck with Great British Feast. Heston Blumenthal, everyone. That's amazing, that. Join us again in a couple of minutes when I'll be chatting with the brilliant Cardinal Burns and Paloma Faith. We'll be performing. See you in part 4. Welcome back. Paloma Faith will be performing in a bit. But first, it's time for the multi-talented, multi-charactered, multi-award-winning sketch show stars with more comedy levels than a multi-storey car park. Go wild for the brilliant Cardinal Burns! I love the music. Hello, how are you? Did you pick this? Oh my God, I love to dagger to this one. Do you like daggering?
Yeah, I like daggering.
Daggering? I'm not doing it. Dave
I've just caught up with twerking. Daggering's what?
Oh, twerking's... OK. History of dance. Slut drop. Twerking.
No,
That's doing a poo.
That looks like a dog. Like a dog doing a poo.
That's purring.
That's it. I always get that wrong in a disco.
Now, you were on E4, now you've moved to Channel 4.
Yeah.
So that means you get access all areas to Alan's Globe. Ooh. Now, what would you like to drink, my loves?
What have you got?
Well, I've got... Would you like Blue Nun?
Not really. Have you...
Sorry. Oh, you've changed. On E4, you'd be kind of stick with a funnel. Oh, no, we don't drink that. We're on Channel 4 now. What's this? Piston Head. Oh, look, it's got a skull on the front. How bad can it be?
That'd be good.
Yeah, do you want a piston head?
I'll have a piston head, yeah.
Yes, on it.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh! My globe attacked me. Did you see that? Oh, there it is.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all.
Now, for anyone who hasn't seen Cardinal Burns, Wagwan.
It's a sketch show, and we play all the characters. We've got the office flirt characters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Banksy, the street artist, who's world famous, as you know. Young Dreams,
which is like a spoof of things. It was actually based on a thing called The Hills.
Oh, yeah.
But then just as we were making it, a show called Made in Chelsea came out, which was kind of good timing, because we were like, oh, well, that's perfect, because then everyone's going to see that. And so it's kind of like scripted reality spoof, you know. And Seb plays Rachel, this sort of Sloane from, like, Chelsea. Like, sort of, well, she's from Surrey, but she pretends she's from, Chelsea. There she is.
She's a bit of a batch.
I always think he looks like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
Well, we've got a clip here. This is paranormal investigators Phil and Jace in an exclusive clip from next week's show. Let's have a look.
Here we are. Jace, did you bring the dream machine?
Yes, Phil, I am the technical manager.
Ooh. Someone's a bit touchy.
Shut up, you. Carry that.
We're both a little bit hungover.
That's an understatement.
Come on, Ed. Don't be shy.
Hello.
Hello.
These nice young men are here to help you. You're safe. Please.
It's the same every night.
Oh, yeah?
I wake up in this house, but it's completely empty, and I'm scared. I walk across the landing, and he's standing in the shadows.
Oh, yeah?
Suddenly, he's towering over me.
Okay.
His eyes staring into mine.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I know it's just a dream, but...
Show them.
Ooh. Stigmata.
So they're like, we have these running characters, we have lots of different characters you keep seeing each week, and they're Phil and Jace, who are very camp paranormal investigators. And we just go around, sort of sorting out different people's problems, spectres, ghouls, demons, that sort of thing,
Ectoplasm.
Sort of ectoplasm.
Yeah,
it's all sticky, isn't it? It's all that sort of thing.
You do give good camp. I mean, I learnt from Dale Winton. He's like Mr. Miyagi to me. I went away to a hilltop.
What were you like before? Were you
like this? Now, I've got to ask you something. Is it true you used to work on Homes Under the Hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it you who chose the music? Because do you know how literal it is? They're like, oh, I think we're going to do up the attic. Moving on up, moving in. We've got an infestation. There's a rat in my kitchen. What down my God? So tell me, when's the show on?
Wednesdays, 10:30.
It's after Derek, isn't it? On Channel 4. Welcome to Channel 4,
Thank
boys.
Thank you.
Good for Cardinal Burns. That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to Frank Skinner, Paloma Faith, Heston Blumenthal, and of course, Cardinal Burns. On next week's show, I'll be joined by Courtney Love, MasterChefs John Turode and Greg Wallace, and the one and only Lily Allen will be chatting and performing. But now, with Only Love Can Hurt Like This, it's Paloma Faith.
I tell myself it don't mean nothing. What we got no hold on me, but when you're not there, I just crumble. I tell myself I don't care that much, but I feel like I die till I feel your touch. Only love can hurt like this. Only love can hurt like this. Must have been a deadly kiss. Only love can hurt like this. Say I wouldn't care if you walked away, but every time you're there, I'm begging you to stay. And when you come close, I just tremble. Every time you go, it's like a knife that cuts right through my soul. Only love can hurt like this. Only love can hurt like this. Must have been a deadly kiss. Only love can hurt like this. Only love can hurt like this. Your kiss is burning to my skin. Only love can hurt like this. But it's the sweetest pain, burning hot through my veins. Love is torture, makes me more sure. Only love can hurt like this. Only love can hurt like this. Your kiss is burning to my skin. Only love can hurt like this. Only love can hurt like this. Save me, save me. Only love, 'cause only love can hurt like this. And it must have been a day.